That's crazy. You in there with...
Immediately following Lil Durk's dubious prison transfer, a worried OTF agent who spoke with Durk pledged to assist the rapper since he wasn't going to disappoint him.
I said, I know you're a rich-ass nigga, but if you need anything, you know I got you.
For the first time, the OTF chief partially admitted that he might want assistance, particularly from Quando Rondo affiliates, who allegedly attacked him while he was incarcerated. You must have been living under a rock if you were unaware of the rivalry that has afflicted these two drill rappers, Lil Durk and Quando Rondo, since 2020. Although Lil Durk and Quando Rondo have survived multiple assaults over the past 4 years, Lil Durk's recent arrest and incarceration have increased concerns for his safety. You're about to learn the truth about what actually transpired inside Lil Durk's former prison, where Lil Durk was reportedly transferred after a jail incident. Due to the fact that the federal prison where he is, in addition to housing a number of dangerous criminals, many of them are allegedly connected to Quando Rondo, his archenemy. Additionally, the FBI indictment against Lil Durk, which claims that he is the mastermind behind the murder-for-hire plot that killed Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pop, has put the Chicago rapper in a difficult situation as rumors of a potential retaliation attack against Durk have been circulating for a few days. In the midst of these rumors, Lil Durk was quickly moved from the infamous Miami jail to a California prison under protective custody as word spread about Durk's transfer. Rumors of a jail incident involving the rapper started to circulate on social media at the same time. According to unverified reports, Lil Durk was attacked by inmates who were allegedly affiliated with Quando Rondo. Although no further details were given regarding the severity of the attack, authorities quickly moved the All My Life rapper to a much safer location. The report further exacerbated the already tense situation surrounding Durk's case, and fans had not seen or heard from the rapper since his arrest on October 25th just allowed for the spread of a number of conspiracy theories and rumors about Durk's health. Now things get complicated because rumors ran wild. On November 15th, an audio clip of an alleged phone call between Lil Durk and one of his friends was posted on Instagram by user 900brew. This was the rapper's first public communication since his arrest, and the caption read, "Just got off the phone with my brother at work. He's in excellent spirits, staying positive, and fighting to get back home to his kids and family." Negativity, it would be an understatement to say that we are more than just street dudes. Throughout the 2-minute phone call, the rapper can be heard assuring the caller that he is fine and staying upbeat later in the tape. "We're men of honor and code, regardless of our financial situation, bro. Hit the main line with the rest of our kind without a PC." Lil Durk caused a stir when he denied rumors that he was being held in protective custody and asserted that other prisoners were treating him nicely.
Downstairs, they be like, man, you know you, man, send me upstairs. Whatever it is, I gotta tap to it.
Before the audio clip was released, little was known about the user, but a quick search on his Instagram revealed posts connecting him to Durk's OTF record label. The post reveals that he has worked with several OTF artists, including Bonnie Mo. The phone call swiftly went viral, prompting more questions from fans who questioned the authenticity of the recording and the reason behind its release. Additionally, there were photos of him taking poses with Durk and the Book of 600. Despite this, many fans criticized the leak and questioned why the person would reveal the call while the investigation into Durk's role in the murder was still ongoing. Fans of the For Hire case were especially annoyed by a segment of the recording in which the caller was heard telling Durk, "We haven't moved our money except for that first." Once it was back, according to the fans discussing money transfers because Durk is being investigated for allegedly hiring people to kill Quando Rondo. In addition, fans felt that disclosing information about Durk's jail circumstances could put him at even greater risk because his operations would now have enough information to use against the troubled rapper. Drive to organize an assault on him since he has stated that he is not under protective custody. If fans have learned anything about the rivalries in the drill rap scene, it is that the operators never miss a chance to outdo their rivals, and they never forgive. Surprisingly, Lil Tim wasn't singing this song when he sat down for a Vlad TV interview on November 26, 2024. Tim is Quando Rondo's companion who was first detained for the 2020 murder of King Von before the allegations were withdrawn. 3 years later, during the interview, Lil Tim discussed the possibility that Lil Durk would be given the death penalty for the death of his friend LP. His responses to the host's question about how he would feel if Lil Durk were given the death sentence for LP's death were unexpected.
I feel like, in my head, I just put it like, shit, that what God wanted to happen. Shit, it mean too much or how much I really feel about it. I'll just be like, that what God wanted.
Tim went on to stress that God ultimately decides everything. Later in the interview, Tim was asked if he would feel the same way if Durk were given a life sentence. This time, he responded more sympathetically, saying that even if he were found innocent, he would still accept it as part of God's plan.
I don't wish jail on nobody. Like, I'm not no person who be like, well, I hope he don't never get out or nothing like that. I ain't that type of person. I ain't no type of person who wish jail on nobody, because I wouldn't want nobody to wish jail on me.
While some fans think Tim's relatively peaceful stance may be a ruse, others contend that Durk's current legal troubles are a warning to other rappers to either clean up their acts or get shipped to jail. For those who have followed LilDurk's feud with Quando Rondo, it is somewhat surprising that Tim has chosen the path of peace over the past 6 months. Both camps have found it difficult to hide their hatred for one another and have frequently traded insults and threats on social media or through the lyrics of diss songs. After winning a Grammy for his song, All My Life, Durk continued to have the most successful year of his career. More recently, he was given the keys to the city by Bellwood Mayor Andrew Harvey and Broadview Mayor Katrina Thompson. However, just a week later, things started to go south for the rapper, beginning with his arrest in Miami, Florida, where a grand jury indicted him on felony charges related to a murder-for-hire plot that targeted Quando Rondo. The incident occurred on August 19, 2023, SHO. According to an affidavit filed in federal court by FBI agent Sarah Corcoran, the incident occurred at a gas station in Los Angeles. Rondo and his cousin LPB were reportedly riding in a black Cadillac Escalade when the mass shooter ambushed them. Rondo somehow managed to escape, but his cousin was not as fortunate. In vengeance for King Von's 2012 murder, Lil Durk set a bounty on Quando Rondo's life. 5 individuals later carried out the murder-for-hire scheme: Grant Deandra Dantrell Wilson and Kevin London. David Lindsay, Brian allegedly connected to Durk's OTF group, Keith Jones and ASA Houston followed Rondo to the petrol station before shooting him intermittently. All 5 men are facing federal accusations, including conspiracy to commit murder. More recently, on November 15th, Lil Durk appeared in court and entered a not guilty plea to all of the charges against him. A detention hearing was held to decide whether or not he would be granted bond for hire committing murder for hire involving a death and the use of a machine gun in a violent crime resulting in death. Been scheduled for December 12th, and his trial is scheduled to start in January 2025. If convicted, the rapper might face a lengthy jail sentence. But how long is it likely that Lil Durk will spend life behind bars? Following his initial appearance at the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida on October 25, U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada stressed the seriousness of the charges against Lil Durk, who faces the possibility of serving the maximum sentence of life in federal prison if found guilty during alleged offenses. According to AEL Davis, Lil Durk's legal troubles began long before he was arrested or entered the courtroom. He said in a press release that Mr. Banks is accused of planning a cold-blooded murder that claimed the life of a rival's family member, and that the shooting happened in the open at a gas station at a busy intersection, putting many others in the area in danger. Violent crimes like these are devastating to our community, and we will not tolerate anyone who commits such heartless acts of violence. The FBI Los Angeles Field Office's assistant director in charge had been discreetly since the tragic shooting incident that claimed El Pau's life. Davis has been gathering evidence against the rapper and his associates. He said, "Let me be clear, while you're going about your life thinking you got away with it, the FBI is piecing together the facts that will serve as your undoing after several months. No excuse can justify this violent act, Davis said. After obtaining information and working with local law enforcement, the 5 hitmen who were implicated in the murder-for-hire scheme were taken into custody in the Chicago region. The rapper likely learned of the FBI's intentions to arrest him and immediately started a plan to escape the country by outwitting the feds. On the same day, the 5 men connected to his OTF crew were arrested. The news of their arrest and subsequent 4-count federal grand jury indictment, which accused them of their roles in the evil plot, sent social media into a frenzy as fans started to speculate whether Lil Durk would be the next. In a last-ditch effort to get out of U.S. jurisdiction, Lil Durk allegedly booked several international flights, including 2. He never boarded the planes. Thus, it seems likely that he intended to utilize the one-way trips to Dubai and Switzerland as a ruse. However, according to the indictment filed against Durk, the FBI discovered that Durk had reserved a private jet to Italy and that he had been caught about an hour before the plane was supposed to take off, close to the Miami airport. According to police enforcement, the rapper is the head of the Chicago-based rap group known as Only the Family, or OTF, and its members commit heinous crimes like murder, an attack at Durk's order, as well as to preserve their standing in the organization. According to the indictment, Durk's feud with Quando Rondo began on November 6, 2020, when Rondo's partner shot and killed rapper King Von, a close friend of Lil Durk. After blaming Rondo for his friend's death, Durk allegedly started planning his retaliation by putting a bounty on Rondo's life and enlisting those he believed could carry out the plan. On August 19, 2022, a number of OTF members and associates used 2 vehicles to track and stalk Rondo throughout Los Angeles. After several hours, the lengthy investigation came to an end with a shooting at a gas station close to the Beverly Center Mall. It is said that the co-conspirators shot at least 18 rounds into Quando Rondo's car, murdering LPAB, who was riding with him on that fatal day. Through a number of transactions and purchases made with funds from Durk or an OTF-related account, investigators were able to link Lil Durk to the murder for a larger plot. For example, bank and flight records reveal that on the day before the fatal shooting, an OTF member paid for 5 co-conspirators plane tickets to travel from Chicago to California. More significantly, court documents also revealed that Durk instructed the OTF associate booking the flights to avoid booking any flights under any names connected to SIGME. The fact that Durk also took a private flight to California on the day of the murder may be the most damning aspect of the entire scheme. Jet, and he was with Cal London Grant, one of the other conspirators. Later that day, Grant used a credit card in Durk's name to pay for the other hitmen's hotel rooms and buy ski masks. It wasn't easy to compile all of these against Lil Durk and his OTF associates, and court records indicate that the FBI allegedly received assistance from an OTF insider. According to the indictment, the informant, identified as OTF member Jam, allegedly collaborated with the FBI for a number of years and even wore a covered wire to collect evidence for authorities. With Jam's assistance, the FBI was able to obtain information directly related to the murder for a more complex plot. The disclosure of the alleged betrayal within OTF has. Since then, the situation has drawn a lot of attention from fans who haven't held back from sharing their thoughts on the unfolding tale. To add to the drama, an image of Jam eating McDonald's during a police interview went viral online, sparking more rumors and jokes about it. DJ Academics shared the video of Jam and the interrogation room munching on McDonald's and looking at the security camera, encouraging his followers to caption the post. According to reports, Jam, who is currently serving a 12-year prison sentence for attempted murder, allegedly gave information to law enforcement authorities while wearing a wire. The video immediately received a variety of reactions from fans, including Bro. Just 2 days after this video was shared by academics, another video appeared online that purports to show OTF Jam wearing a wire around Lil Durk. The video shows Durk Jam and a few other men in a dimly lit room, ostensibly talking to another group of people on the phone. While everyone else seemed to be at ease and enjoying themselves, OTF Jam was clearly disturbed and became more restless as the video went on, as was to be expected. The video elicited a number of reactions from fans, many of whom pointed out that Jam was acting suspiciously in it. One former user added, "He's definitely moving suspect F on here, SMA." Others seemed to agree. Uncomfortable as __, he seemed out of place and fidgety, and his behavior wasn't typical. As fans continued to label OTF as a snitch, some fans quickly pointed out that there was no concrete evidence that he was the informant mentioned in the indictment. One user wrote that there hasn't been a single credible source that claimed he wore a wire or that he was the one who snitched. It's not in any indictment or on any official document. I can tell you that a third person stated that the wire was obviously in the jacket and was probably too high to realize what he was doing. Do better, my guy. You guys allow these podcasters and bloggers to manipulate you into believing false stories. Several admirers emphasized that Durk had brought his current situation upon himself with some of his utterances since Elpo's murder. Interestingly, these fans aren't too far off with their claims after it was revealed that federal prosecutors are citing Lil Durk's lyrics in the criminal case, accusing him of ordering his OTF associates to murder Quando Rondo. In the amended charges brought against Lil Durk last month, prosecutors claimed that Durk had directly referenced the shooting in a 2022 song titled Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy. The court document stated that after Rondo was attempted to be killed, LPAB defendant Banks sought to commercialize LPB's death by rapping about his retaliation on Rondo. In the lyrics cited in the indictment, Rondo is seen yelling, "No, no," in a news clip shot soon after the shooting when he witnesses LB's lifeless body being removed from the automobile. According to Durk WPS, they have an addy. Go get the location, hit the green light, and go, go, go. In the lyrics included in the indictment, Durk WAP says, "Look on the news and see your son screaming, no, no." Although Durk may have run afoul of the law because of his lyrics, it was his bitter feud with Quando Rondo that ultimately led him down a rabbit hole from which he would be extremely fortunate to escape. The feud that landed Lil Durk in jail appeared to be almost amicable between Durk and Quando Rondo, who were in different camps while the OTF founder had his feud with the likes of King Val, Quando Rondo, and NBA Youngboy. But everything changed after King Von's premature death outside a nightclub in 2020. In November 2020, King Von, who made it a habit to throw shade at QuandoRondo, decided to intensify the beef by throwing punches up close. The now deceased rapper allegedly started a brawl after meeting Quando Rondo inside Monaco Hookah Lounge at 255 Trinity Avenue. Police said that King Von's crew did not back down, and Quando Rondo jumped to action trying to defend against the attacks. Soon after, they moved the fight outside, and as is customary in a gang fight, bullets started flying everywhere. 3 individuals were shot and taken to the hospital right away in an ambulance, while 3 other participants in the altercation were transported there in private vehicles. According to reports, the police later detained 2 men at the scene of the crime. One of the suspects, Timothy Leaks, also known as El Tim, was 22 years old and was charged with King Von's death. However, months later, prosecutors found that he had acted in self-defense, which only made Lil Durk even more enraged, and he silently declared war on him. This started when Quando Rondo became unable to perform freely after receiving public safety concerns that frequently resulted in his performances being canceled. King Von's associates allegedly planned this attack on Rondo's career by purchasing the show tickets. Around that time, a message between Rondo and Durk appeared online, in which Rondo begged Durk to end their feud. Rondo claimed that he was unable to earn money because some people took the situation too far, but Lil Durk refused to back down or accept responsibility for igniting the intense hate directed at Rondo. It's also worth noting that prior to this situation, Rondo boldly affirmed his relationship with Lil Tim, calling him his twin and a brother. Try to give your life for him, as King Von's closest associates, including his family, refused to back down from the hate game. In an interview with Butch's TV, he actually fired the bullet at King Von to protect Quando Rondo, who was the target of the altercation outside the hookah lounge. Otifo will always have a grudge against Quando Rondo's side, according to King Von's uncle, Rang Rover Hang. He clarified that Quando Rondo might suffer indefinitely since they killed a real one, and King Von's friends will have to pay for their actions.
He can slip through the cracks, but it's ugly for him, bro. You know, niggas got points to prove. That was a real one. They killed a real one, bro. We ain't gonna get nobody else like that.
In 2022, a fan wrote, "Why hasn't Durk slid for Vol yet? If it was the other way around, V would have been slighted." That same year, King Von's verified X account tweeted, "Lil Durk sliding for him. It reads, slide for me, please." The following year, another fan commented about Lil Durk's failure to act for his friend, saying, "It's been 3 years since he did that." Range Rover Hanks said nothing but the truth as supporters of King Von started the slide for the Von movement. Even though it's not a slide for V yet, Lil Durk initially refused to bow to fan pressure, saying in a tweet that the fans were just looking for trouble. However, as the years passed, he seemed to become interested in Von's remarks and went on to rap about them in a song, accusing fans of trolling him with the movement after his arrest. Uncovered his interview with DJ Academics, in which he made a brief silent statement. The rapper was questioned about Von's remarks on the slide, and he insisted that they had slipped his mind.
You get triggered by the
Beat
slide.
the shit out of this little ass, man. What
You
you
get
talking
triggered
about?
by the slide for Von comments. I don't know if people still say it.
For some reason, I just don't see the comments no more.
Although this statement didn't mean much at the time of the interview, people are now seeing things more clearly, especially in light of the serious charges against the rapper. Fans thought that Lil Durk never slid for Vol by going after Quando Rondo because the rapper had changed his lifestyle just before his arrest on August 18th of this year. Lil Durk shocked the world by declaring his faith in Islam, explaining that he was leaving the life of rivalry and feud behind and turning a new leaf. In one of his posts, he said, "Don't label me anything outside of a man." A dad and a 1.0% Muslim, it wasn't the first time Lil Durk would surprise the rap world. Back in 2022, at the height of the slide for Von comments, the rapper assured fans that he was ready to curb the violence in his hometown of Chicago. In an interview with Rolling Stone, he explained that he would begin by getting the city together, adding that even if you do 99% of __ right. The voice brought clarity to the post via his Instagram story, LilDurk, emphasizing that he was a new man. "I'm not using names in my music anymore, and I'm not talking about the dead anymore, because you still have 1% of the demons with you. You get furious easily, and one response can cost you $1 billion. About a month before being released by police officers and placed in handcuffs, Durk declared that he had changed and reaffirmed his strong belief in second chances. By tweeting that his criminal records had been cleared with his new life on X, the rapper declared himself felon-free. Lil Durk said that everyone should be given another opportunity at life. It all depends on how you handle it. Fortunately, my background was cleared and clear of all cases. Who would have guessed that I'm no longer a felon? I want to express my sincere gratitude to everyone who helped me realize my dream." The voice in his grand jury indictment on the murder-for-hire conspiracy against Quando Rondo's cousin, the rapper, who goes by the name The Voice, is claiming that he is innocent despite being in jail and facing numerous charges. According to Forbes, he pleaded not guilty. Lil Durk fans thought this was a brave move, and it strengthened their belief in his innocence. Following his arrest, they trended the Free Durk movement online. After the not guilty plea, the rapper team came up with the idea to sell merchandise, including hoodies with Free Durk on them. Another trend started when Nissan wanted to buy whatever love Durk was receiving, hoping it would be enough to get him through what might be a long journey to freedom based on the evidence against him. If you enjoyed this content and would like to see more videos like these pop up, click on the screen.